there, everyone. I'm News 8 meteorologist Ashley Baylor in the News 8 Now Stream Center. Boy, we are making our way through the week here. I got to tell you, this nice weather is helping me get over the hump of the week. It has been another beautiful day outside, just some high, thin cirrus clouds, and temperatures have certainly been warming up nicely, but we're seeing some cooler spots out there just because it depends on the direction of the wind and it depends on where you are. But as we look at our satellite and radar composite, we're really not seeing too much cloud cover out there. Most of the clouds have been pretty high in the atmosphere, but I mean, the truth is we could use a little drink of water. And I tell you, New Jersey could certainly use some rain because they have a large wildfire that is going on. I do believe at one point it shut down a portion of the New Jersey Turnpike there. May even still be closed. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's a large wildfire. To the point, we may tap into some of the smoke associated with that wildfire starting tomorrow. In the meantime, here's a look in Long Wharf where we are at 66 degrees. We're up to 72 in Hartford. It's 71 in Windsor Locks, but notice closer to 68 in Bridgeport and 62 degrees in New London. So temperature-wise, running a little bit cooler than we were at this time yesterday, except in New London. Now look at these winds. Across most of the state, the wind is diving out of the northwest, anywhere between, let's say, 6 to about 16 miles per hour. But closer to the shoreline, there's a little more of an onshore breeze, which is why temperatures are a touch cooler there. Our hour by hour is going to show you mainly clear skies, not only this evening, but as we continue through the overnight hours into tomorrow. So pretty decent start to your Thursday. Tomorrow, most of the day is looking nice and bright. However, as I just said, there is a chance that we may start to tap into some of the smoke associated with that New Jersey wildfire. That would happen likely tomorrow afternoon. Notice as we go into tomorrow afternoon, if you're up in the Berkshires or Western Mass, they have a chance of seeing some passing showers, but we should stay dry here in Connecticut. But here's a look at your smoke forecast starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and you can see how that wind is just going to push that smoke right here into Connecticut as we go from basically Thursday evening all the way into Friday morning. But I do expect the wind is likely going to stay out of the south on Friday, but I don't know how much of the wildfire will be contained at that point. So Friday's still a little bit of a question mark. But most of that smoke should be pretty high in the atmosphere. So the air quality will likely be moderate here as we go into Thursday and Friday, but over the state line, you start to get into parts of New York, just outside of Fairfield County, certainly down through the New York City metro area, and obviously into New Jersey. That's where they do have an air quality alert that will go in effect starting at midnight. Mainly clear, quiet here tonight as temperatures drop into the 40s, and then tomorrow, another bright day, but as I mentioned, we could see some of that late day smoke. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s at the shoreline, but I expect mid 70s farther inland. Again, it's all about the wind direction this time of year. When you have that wind coming off the water, it feels nice and refreshing in the summer, but when your water temperatures are only in the upper 40s, well, that's going to keep things cooler. So here's a look at your 8-day shoreline forecast, where Friday we are going to see some late-day clouds in advance of some rain showers that will develop Friday night and continue through much of Saturday. So I'm not going to say anything bad about Saturday because, number one, as I said, we still need a little bit of rain. But number two, this is the time of year I look forward to some rainy weekends just because it gives me a chance to do the indoor things that I wouldn't want to do on a nice day, like clean out the closet, get rid of some old clothes, pick up the basement, pick up the garage for the summer. It just gives you a chance to do those indoor chores that you really hate doing when it's nice outside and you just want to be outdoors. Sunday, on the other hand, that is going to be a beautiful day to be outdoors. Maybe you have some outdoor chores that you want to do on Sunday. We'll be a little bit on the breezy side, though. Heading into next week, Monday and Tuesday, a pair of bright days, and not to mention warm days. Be back in the 70s, and I'm so happy that Tuesday is looking good because I think I mentioned this yesterday, at least mentioned it on air, that it is going to be the day of the Travelers Media Day. We get to talk to last year's champion and, find out the new things that are coming up for the Travelers Championship that will be in June. That is one of the days I look forward to. Obviously, I look forward to the Travelers Championship, but the Travelers Media Day is one of the golf tournaments I look forward to every single year. They treat us very, very well. And of course, I just enjoy playing the same course that all of these incredible golfers play. And, I'm not exactly a scratch golfer, trust me. But, it gives me a sense of comfort sometimes to know that even the best, even the Masters champion himself, sometimes have his bad days. And one of them happened to be at TPC River Highlands. It wasn't last year, but the year before. I believe he got a quadruple bogey on hole 17. So when I do well on that hole, I said, you know what? I did well on this hole. So technically I did better than Rory McIlroy, at least for one day, at least for one hole. Let me have my wins, folks. Okay, I don't have very many of those very often. All right, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. See ya.